Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a full face of Merit Beauty. They recently launched the uniform. This is a tinted SPF 45. It is a mineral SPF and I have been playing with this product since it launched, so I have some thoughts on it, and then I just thought we would go ahead today and do a minimalist look using all Merit Beauty. So if you are interested in learning a little bit more about the uniform, as well as just doing a quick look with a full face of Merit Beauty, then let's go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone. I am a wee bit excited because we're going to be doing a simple kind of full face of Merit Beauty, and they recently launched the uniform, which is a tinted SPF. This is a mineral sunscreen, and I have been playing with this, so I'm so excited to share my thoughts with you on this tinted SPF, as well as I just thought we would do a real simple, easy, minimalist look with all Merit Beauty today. Okay, pulled back my hair, and the first thing I'm going to do before we use the uniform is I'm going to prep my skin with the Great Skin. This is the Instant Glow Serum. I love this stuff. This is actually a second bottle. It is such a good hydrating serum, and if you've been watching my channel for a while, you will know that I basically will try anything that says glow in it. And then I'm going to take the Great Skin. This is the priming moisturizer, and I actually like to cocktail these together and kind of like this. Then I mix them, and then I'm just going to put this on my skin, and it's going to give it a nice little hydrating base. So like to do that. So I like to start with a hydrated base. I have been traveling and my skin is feeling like it needs a little extra hydration. And then we are going to be using the Merit, the uniform. And yes, I was a little bit excited about this launch because this is a tinted SPF. I ended up picking this up in 26, and 26 is described for skins that are fair to light with cool to neutral undertones. And so what I like to do is take a pump of number 26 right here, and it has the best sort of hydrating texture here. And the way that I have been putting this on is just with my fingertips. It just glides on perfectly. It does not have a white cast whatsoever, and it evens out your skin tone. And the Uniform Tinted Mineral Sunscreen SPF 45 is buildable. It has a light as air formula. It is going to provide you with a sheer natural skin finish. It is 100% mineral zinc oxide active, and it is non-comedogenic as well as oil-free, as well as it has zero white cast. The cost is $38 and it comes in 15 flexible shades. I am using shade 26 that pairs well with the Minimalist in Dune and Sandstone. Okay, so this is what this looks like, and it gives you a nice kind of sheer finish, but it is one of those that although it doesn't have a ton of coverage, it really does kind of blur imperfections. And then if you want a little extra coverage, you can come in with the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion stick. But I will say I absolutely love that this is an SPF of 45, that it is a mineral sunscreen, and I have just been loving this. So I took this with me. I just got back from New Orleans. I took that down with me and wore it every single day. So I have been wearing this and testing it out. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to put a little bit of the sandstone kind of right in my dark hollows here. A little bit right here. Kind of bring that up, and as I said, you can just put a little extra where you need it. I'm just going to do a few dots everywhere. Then I'm taking a little Merit brush here, and then I just buff. This is like easy, simple summer makeup, and I just love it. So I'm going to do this. I have been having a little bit of a love affair with Merit Beauty recently because I'm totally getting into the summer makeup routine, just sort of easy breezy minimalist makeup. And I'm going to use the Merit bronzer in Clay right here. This one is so pretty. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this and just buff this out, warm up my skin just a bit here. Okay, just warmed up the skin with that bronzer and then pulled out one of my favorite little Flush balms. These are so good, these little bonbons, and this one actually is in Stockholm. I thought I pulled out Bonbon, which I love too, but this is such a pretty pink that's just going to kind of give me a little life to my skin, and I love the finish because it is nice and glowy right here. Just a little soft flush of pink on the skin here. Just a little soft wash of color. I think I'm going to add just a little deeper shade. I really like this one in Bespoke. And I'm just going to put a little bit more blush, a little flush on the skin here. Okay, complexion is on, a little bit of warmth, a little radiance on the cheeks, and then I pulled out my Merit Solo Shadow, and I am using Vachetta today, which is a warm brown shade. And I did pick up the Merit brush here, which I love because one side picks up the shadow and then the other has like a little liner that you can use. So this is just this really good warm brown shade, going with a real simple, clean look. And I just love the color of this warm brown here. Bam! Super quick eye. Then I'm going to take the little liner side here. I'm going to run a little bit of that on the bottom lash line. Just giving a little shadow here. Okay, Merit does not make any eyeliners yet, but I'm someone who feels like I need eyeliner. For those of you that do not, you can simply go ahead straight to their mascara, which I have also fallen in love with, but I'm going to be using my little Victoria Beckham satin kajal eyeliner. This one's in cinnamon. As you can see, this is one of my favorites, and I'm just going to wiggle this on the top, going a little thicker towards the outer third of my eye, kind of pulling up towards the end here. So and then I am taking the sponge side and I'm just softening this. Near the lash line. Okay, then I'm quickly going to clean up my brows with the Merit gel here and just sort of brush them up. This is tinted and it just sort of keeps the brows in place. And gives them a little definition. And then we are coming into the Merit mascara, and this is a tubing mascara that a good friend of mine told me I must get. She's obsessed with it, and I'm so glad she did, because she was right. It's amazing, and it basically does it all. Volumizes your lashes, it lengthens your lashes, and it just is a really great tubing mascara. Okay, real simple eye, and then we are going to use one of my favorite lip combos, and I fell in love with the signature lip liners, so I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I feel like they're going to come out with signature eyeliners. Maybe I'm wrong, but the formula of these gel based lip liners are so awesome, and honestly I love all the colors. Today I'm going to be using Coupe, which is a kind of cool pink tone here, and they just glide on like a dream, and I just kind of use it as my lipstick. Fill in my lips. I love this color, and what it does is it's going to just sort of imprint on the lips. They glide on so silky, they are so long lasting, and then I go in with my Merit Lip Slick Oil, and this one is in twin set, and then I will just add a little gloss on top. And then bam, I am ready for the day. Super simple makeup, absolutely love it. And then I'm going to spritz on their Retrospect. And this is a perfect, like, it girl, I would say clean girl scent. I'm kind of mad at myself for not including this one in my clean girl aesthetic perfume, because this definitely falls into that camp. This is so good. Retrospect has a sort of soft floral running through it with a slightly vintage touch, but it is definitely a clean girl perfume in my eyes. It's got that soft musk dry down, kind of that second skin scent to it. And when you spray this on, it definitely has some aldehydes, some sparkly aldehydes. It's got a touch of pear in it, as well as ambrette and bergamot. So very kind of sparkly opening. Then in the heart, you're going to get these soft florals, which are going to include jasmine, rose, orris, rosemary, and violet. And perfumes that have a little violet touch in it also kind of lend itself to having just a slight kind of vintage touch. So what I love about Retrospect is it's got sort of a modern feel, but it's got a little underbelly of kind of this teeny vintage touch, but in a cool way, if that makes sense. And then in the bottom, you've got vanilla, musk, and that moss. And so it's just one of these really easygoing scents. But what I have noticed is it smells a little different on everyone. My daughter and I were traveling together, and I took the little travel size of the Merit Retrospect, and I just noticed that it kind of smelled a little differently on her versus myself, but in a good way. Like, she says that on me the florals come out a bit more, and on her we felt like the sort of musk was coming out a little bit more. So it's kind of an interesting scent on everyone. I feel like it's gonna just kind of blossom on everybody's skin just a little bit differently. And this basically is my final look using a full face of Merit Beauty. And to conclude, I wanted to share my thoughts on the uniform. This pretty much has been my go-to since it launched. I personally love the fact that it has an SPF of 45 in it. Now, it is sheer coverage, but I love the way that this wears throughout the day. This is what I was wearing in New Orleans, which is a much more humid climate. And what I found is that it sort of has a velvety finish. Like, it can look a little glowy, but it dries down and sort of adapts to your skin. But it wears really well. Like, it doesn't like disappear, or it doesn't get eaten up by your skin. It stayed on. Of course, I love the fact that this is a mineral sunscreen. My skin can be a little fussy with SPFs, and so this is just like such an easy grab and go foundation for the summer. I'm also somebody who doesn't like to wear super high coverage foundations. I feel like it's a little aging for me. So this is another reason I really been enjoying this, is because it's like so easy to put on. I just slap it on my hands, rub it into my skin. I'm getting that little extra protection. I'm getting a little bit of coverage as well. It is buildable, by the way, so you can definitely add on a little bit more. It is going to just kind of adhere to your skin and become one with the skin. Like, it doesn't look like I have makeup on. So it is kind of light as air. I was raving about this so much to my daughter that we got her own shade of this, and she loves it as much. And she's somebody who doesn't really wear foundation, but she fell in love with this, especially because I have been telling her that you've got to wear SPF if you want to do anything for your skin. She's only 22. She lives in LA. I'm like, you have got to wear your SPF. You will thank me later. But this is a beautiful tinted SPF. I think Merit did a fantastic job with this. I love the way that it feels. I love the way that it performs. I love the ingredient deck. So thank you, Merit. This is a fantastic new product, and it is perfect for the summer months. Like, this is going to be your summer go-to makeup. So as usual, I love to hear from you. Have you tried the Merit uniform? If so, let me know. If you are my skin twin, then we are going to wear shade 26. I think it works perfectly. And we are officially into the summer months, so I am loving my Merit kind of minimalist makeup looks. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll be back with another one soon.